Sheet metal was my livelihood, but I never thought I'd be building gear like this. Every week, we turn tons of steel into rolling works of art. Some of the toughest gear in the world comes out of this factory. Building this gear is only half the fun. No one tests like we do. My passion has taken my family to the edges of the earth. Life's a game. We know how to play it. Patriot Games.
The Super Tourer team are known for their big builds, like the Mega 6 and the Super Ram. It's now time for the Super Tourer team to receive their next big build challenge.
Ever since I built the Super Ram, Sarah absolutely frothed on that truck. And look, to be honest with you, as a daily driver, the 2500 is not the perfect platform. When Ram Trucks Australia dropped the 1500, I knew she had to have one. With the IFS front end, that 5.7 HEMI with the big power, big back seat in it, perfect for all the kids. She can do everything that she wants to do that she could possibly require out of a truck. This build's going to be for her.
Hey, darling.
Hi.
How you going?
Good.
Are you ready?
So we told Sarah today that we were just going out to lunch because I wanted to spend some time with my daughter prior to leaving to the US. So she thinks we're going out to get a feed, but we're actually not.
Congratulations.
Sarah's, congratulations to her. This is actually, we're building this for Sarah for this season of Patriot Games. Down at the Derby, Sarah just kept saying the whole time just how much she loved the Ram, and she made the comment a couple of times, you know, I could drive this as a daily driver, and it was just light bulb, I got to get her into one. This is the most exciting bit about a Ram 1500 because, you know, my first car that I ever bought was a HEMI. That was my first car. It was a VK Valiant Charger with a 6-cylinder, 265 HEMI in it. But this is cool, but this is where we're going to do something completely different with this truck. All right, let's get out of here. We've got to get to the factory, fill the boys in, and I'm jumping on a plane to America in 12 hours. What do you reckon?
This is so cool.
You excited?
Yeah.
Do you reckon you and Mum are going to be comfortable in this?
I reckon you are.
I reckon you're going to be quite comfy in this. This is going to be another first for Australia and a brand new addition to the Super Tourer lineup. We're going to rally all of the best Australian manufacturers and see what we can do with this platform. I think Steve's going to get upset at you about what we're about to do to him, mate.
Me?
Yeah, this is your fault. This is not mine.
Oh, what the hell is this?
HEMI,
I see the real boss is here today.
the big boss is here today.
With Justin, you're always going to get something new. New build on the horizon. You just don't know what it's going to be. When that 1500 rolled in, I knew this one was going to be special. I just didn't know who for.
After building the Super Ram last year and the 2500 platform, that truck absolutely blew my mind. But the petrol is a whole nother thing, and I think for what we do here, we always concentrate on doing things a little bit left field. Now, petrol trucks, touring cars in Australia are kind of frowned upon, but the power that they deliver, the towing capacity the 1500 has, and as a matter of fact, it's actually more fuel economy than a 200 series Land Cruiser. Why wouldn't you want to try one?
What do we got?
What's this? What do we got behind us?
Ram.
1500. HEMI, you got to say Ram HEMI. You got to, if you say Ram, it's got to be followed with the word HEMI. I've got a Ram HEMI.
This Ram 1500, sorry Justin, this Ram 1500 HEMI wasn't chosen on a whim. Packed with a 5.7 litre HEMI petrol engine, Sarah's new Ram produces 295 horsepower and cranks out 556 newton metres of torque. It can also tow almost anything, with 4.5 tonnes of towing capacity straight out of the box. Something tells me that Justin is about to throw in a twist.
As you know, we're off to America tomorrow. 2 weeks to build, but I'm throwing a curveball in.
HEMI.
Just think HEMI.
HEMI, actually.
HEMI?
Think HEMI.
Okay.
Ah, there it is.
And that's all I'm going to tell you. Thanks, boys. Have a good couple of weeks. What do you say?
Thank you.
Yeah?
Will do.
And we'll see you when we get back. Cool. This is really weird. This is the first build they've done, new build, without me being here.
The Super Tourer boys will start by installing an additional Brown Davis fuel tank before replacing the original tray with a lightweight aluminium P-core alternative.
Much like the Mega 6 and the Super Ram, we've got to strip this thing down and see what we're working with. First things first, we're going to get this 1500 wrapped, pull the tub, and Joe here, he's going to run the lines.
We've always worked really closely with TJM on all of our big builds and on all the standard fittings on the Super Tourer lineup. But when the 1500 was dropped here in Australia, it just wasn't on their radar. We sat down with their team up there, they gave us a few pointers and gave us the green light to manufacture a bull bar for this new truck.
Seriously, I was even doubting myself that they could fold some of this. I made it it's pretty hectic. I think that one's that side. This one is this side.
Every time we do a new product, I really like to get involved with all the nitty-gritty, follow it through all the processes and just refine it for production and make it perfect.
The build process has only just begun, and Steve is already noticing that something is not quite right.
Hey Joe,
Yo!
got an issue that I did.
And that would be?
So you know the D-Waltz?
Yes.
They never had a sub-tank. I measured A exhaust.
Which goes...
I have 2 exhausts.
So this angle
So
doesn't quite match up with that angle.
as soon as I opened up that tank, I knew something was wrong. I measured for 1 exhaust, not 2. So what we've got to do now is got to reroute the exhaust around the fuel tank. And then I'll have a chat to Brown Davis, make the modifications, and then those tanks can keep rolling out. Perfect.
The additional Brown Davis tank will give Sarah the extra fuel she needs to cross the Simpson. Justin has plenty of experience testing these tanks for their ruggedness, and they've never let him down. These tanks are built solid and will contribute to the Ram's low centre of gravity. To celebrate Season 3 of Patriot Games, we're giving you the chance to win the ultimate family touring package worth over $150,000. Enter now to get your hands on a brand new Isuzu D-Max kitted out to handle a Patriot Games adventure using the gear we know and trust. And if that's not enough, you'll also receive a Patriot Campers X2 to tow behind it. Plus, receive a brand new Polaris Ranger for the kids and loads of camping gear. Entries close June 30, 2020. Enter online now at patriotgames.tv. The team has finished stripping the Ram 1500 and are now trying to get the TJM rear winch and wiring fitted before the new tray arrives. Every P-core tray is made specifically to suit each vehicle model, so this is the first 1500 tray the team have engineered.
I've just been told the P-core tray is ready to go. I'm going to go get that sucker and we're going to try and fit it this afternoon.
I think we have to fit it this afternoon.
Keeping the boss updated.
We're fitting a new airbag system to Sarah's 1500. Even Justin doesn't have this system fitted to his trucks. The key feature about it is that it's wireless, and you can change it on the fly, and you can even level up the back of the truck at campsite. Because this is Sarah's daily driver, and she's going to be going from school runs to trips out the Simpson Desert and the different load capacities, she needs the airbags because fundamentally they change the spring rate of the coils to help with those different situations.
So these airbags are definitely through the top, aren't they? So if you're coming one over like that, one along over like that.
There's nothing to hold the airbag at the top. Every airbag you look at, there's always something.
It'd have to be a step thing, wouldn't it? To actually locate in that hole
Yeah,
without running around.
maybe there's something in their bag kit. I'll have a quick look. Yeah, hey, as usual, custom.
We get the special yellow sticker.
Oh, they're so cute. Put him in his Polaris. There we go. They're so clever at Airbag, man.
Sarah's new P-Core tray is forged from lightweight powder-coated aluminium to keep the ram balanced and to support a heavy load. The tray includes modular fold-down removable sides, built-in toolboxes and a rear roller drawer, all with central locking. P-Core trays are incredibly durable and strong, which is perfect for touring locations like the Simpson Desert. But they are also incredibly lightweight, so Sarah can get a bit more payload out of her vehicle. With Justin away, Jack is overseeing the build. Looks like Justin's curveball has just arrived.
Morning.
Morning.
So we've had this box here for a while, and I was kind of waiting for Jack or Justin to be back to open it up. Jack's here today, there's no better time.
Let's open it, come on. Is that cooler?
Did you not notice the tray?
I see the trays on, but I see trays on every day. How many days have we got to finish it?
Not enough.
3?
I think we're down to 4 testing and then recheck everything, then he leaves. I was hoping we'd be a little bit further along in the build. Unfortunately, we're not. I think you can understand that we're trying to put in the big hours and get this thing done.
You want to get one strap or get the other? Ooh. Ooh. Purdies.
So Justin said he had something special coming for the 1500. I had no idea this was a supercharger. This thing is going to scream off its head.
So what, is the kit complete? Like what do we...
I don't know.
I don't actually know what the kit is yet.
Where's bugger?
Nice though. It's all textured black. It's gonna look hot. I wonder if it must use the factory airbox?
Yes.
So we can commit to the snorkel. Harrop's developed this supercharger for that 1500. This is the first one they've done. It's gonna be pretty exciting opening it and it's gonna make heaps of power. Man, they did everything for us.
Hell yeah, man.
All right, so when you want to fit it? Tomorrow morning?
I've got to finish this tray, fit this bad boy in the morning, all fresh.
Yep, and then we'll go test it.
Okay, so we're moving along in this build. We're going from the workshop floor onto the hoist. We're going to fit the new Airbag Man tank underneath the tray and fit the new stainless steel Torqued exhaust.
With the 1500 suspended in the air and Steve and Joe stretched, Matt and the fabrication team get to work on rerouting the custom Torqued exhaust system.
Is this something you reckon you could quickly tack up now or not? Okay, yeah. If you just quickly tack that, then we can just finish that last piece off. We need to use all Patriot resources to get the exhaust sorted out, change the configuration of the whole exhaust system. We've done the exhaust from the back of the headers, so Torqued made a full custom system for us. So there's a little bit of tweaking because it's obviously the first one we've done. So
Steve just sent me a message and said the supercharger's ready to go on, so I quickly raced over here. I'm pretty excited. I might get on the tools and give him a hand. So what do we got to do to get it in there?
The team has only a few days left before Justin and Sarah return home from the USA. Boys, you need to get onto that supercharger pronto.
Harrop is well known for superchargers. I've fitted a few Harrops in the past on V8 diesels, and I'm hoping this goes just as smooth. I guess the tricky part of this whole thing is it's a vehicle that we've never really done. We don't do this here. We fit trays, we fit roof racks. We don't do performance parts. I'm super excited. I'm so glad we're doing this now, but it's all new. You're coming into something you don't know about.
They actually say the fan shroud has to come out. So
Fan shroud and cooling system, or just fan shroud? Or you got to bust the radiator.
remove, disconnect top radiator hose and fan loom.
Yep, there goes the cooling.
Why you got to be like that?
Working against the clock has got everyone on edge, and the boys are starting to get on each other's nerves.
His world,
Let me just pull shit apart,
shit just
man.
comes apart. There's a process.
Click the button and it works.
Listen, we're not even like 5 minutes into this thing. We sound like an old married couple. Now
So
go.
much anger on a Friday afternoon. Something broke.
It's coming out though.
Yeah.
You've got to.
Hold on, my
No,
fingers.
you're getting this wrong.
Jack might be the king of engineering, but this is Steve's turf. Come on, boys, let's put aside this power struggle and get Sarah's car finished.
Oh, you meant like that. Now I get you.
I thought you'd done. This is how you brought Hilux fans out. Shroud and fan together.
I just threw my fan in the bin. It doesn't make enough power to overheat.
Steve wanted to do it nice and perfect and read the instructions and take his time and keep it organised. I kind of bypassed that whole process and just started pulling everything out and hope for the best.
It looks like we've found a balance. Steve and Jack are finally working well together, and now the build is starting to get some real traction.
Yeah, they're 8, so I got you 8 already.
So far, we've pulled the car in, put it on the hoist. When we popped the bonnet, we actually noticed the engine was pushed all the way under the firewall. Took the hood off, dived straight in. Unfortunately, I've gone for the instructions and Jack's gone for the rip, tear, bust. That's sort of not how I go for it. I guess engineer and mechanic, two different things, two different mindsets.
Okay.
Harrop are known for enhancing the performance of Australian muscle cars and have teamed up with Patriot campers to begin their journey into the world of off-road vehicles, starting with a supercharger for Sarah's Ram. This supercharger has been designed to create more power and torque with a faster response, operating more efficiently than a naturally aspirated engine.
Yeah, it came out awesome.
Put it in.
So there's a little detemp hole at the back. Yep. And there you go.
Love tap.
That's it.
That looks awesome.
All the belts line up. All the holes line up. Why did I think this was going to be hard? It's easier than refitting the standard manifold.
That actually is.
Like, that's so much easier. Got all the access at the back. We're sweet.
All right.
That's really easy.
Is that your hard part done?
Yeah, I think I'm probably going to bail out at this point. There's sort of the exciting bit done, and you can do all the hoses.
I'll do all
and
the plumbing and... All right. Celebratory high five.
Yes! It's in. It was really easy. I'm surprised. Like, I got 20 pages of instructions, and about page 6 it was fitted. I'm bleeding more than normal, but that's no fault of Harrop. It was perfect.
All right, so Jack's out of here. He's left me with basically fitting the rest of the kit. Gonna get that all in, sorted, and shoot this thing out the door.
Morning.
Morning.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
You like my accent? What's wrong with you?
I need a hug.
It'll be all right. There's a supercharger on there.
There is.
Did you like the surprise?
It's good.
I can't believe they gave it to you. That was meant to wait until I got back.
We couldn't wait.
In the order of saving time, I couldn't hold out on the supercharger anymore, so the boys have gone ahead and fitted it. Jack's given it over to the team, and I tell you what, it is so cool to see a supercharged HEMI in this workshop. How come he looks so happy and you don't?
Because he's dealing with wiring, I'm dealing with this front end.
That's the hard part, dude. You got the easy bit.
If I worked on your 1500...
A few nuts and bolts and... What's the problem? What's the issue, man?
Between the 17 and the 18 and 19, this whole section is different, the way everything mounts.
Yeah.
So I'm making new brackets to mount this.
Right. Doesn't look like that big a deal, really. So I've just walked back in this morning from the United States, and the boys are into it, but I'll be honest, I'm pretty concerned with how much work is still left to do. What are you so stressed out about? Steve, there's a supercharger on the HEMI, dude.
And I haven't heard it run.
Smile.
I haven't.
Oh. Smile. This is going to be awesome.
It's going to...
What's wrong with you? How did the fitment go?
Oh, fitment
The
was
actual
easy.
charger straight on?
Yeah.
What, just the gasket bolt thing on?
Gives you new gaskets.
Yep.
All the hoses,
Pulleys all good?
Yeah.
Yeah, like everything just bolted on.
Dave's got the belt measurement.
Yep.
I mean, you're going out in the outback, so
Yep. Okay.
spares is where it's at.
Yep. When, before we go, when is this going to be fired up and running?
This afternoon.
This
I
afternoon.
need Kirby to put a tune in it
Yep.
from Harrop,
Yep.
and then we ship it out to get properly tuned.
Sarah's 1500 can now officially be called Sarah's Supercharged Ram 1500 HEMI. And the boys are on their way to the dyno to compare its performance against a standard Ram.
We'll come down to high torque performance. These guys are a premium Harrop dealer, so they know who to talk to, they've got all the contacts. It's just worked out perfect for a last minute dyno tune. A couple late nights leading into it. Not so much for me, mainly Steve, but we're here, everything's worked out good.
Diesels are normally my thing. I'm really interested in what torque this engine will fit, because obviously it's a petrol. Horsepower, I'm hoping, looking around 100 plus horsepower mark. Not 100% sure how much PSI the Supercharged is running. That'd be interesting too. So hopefully I can see the torque climb through the roof.
Jack and Steve can't seem to wipe the smiles off their faces.
The dyno chart actually did show up what I wanted to see, because we're not looking for real performance-wise. It's going to be more towing, heavy loads, and I think that will gain a lot over what it was from standard.
A hell of a difference. I didn't expect the torque to come up that far.
Okay, so we stick the other one on the standard one. Can we actually overlay the graph onto that one? Yeah?
We've run the 1500 with the supercharger on the dyno. What we're going to do right now, we're going to put standard 1500. That's just got a torque exhaust on it, and then we can compare the numbers and see what we've got. These are quite punchy in a standard anyway, like off the line. So I'm a little curious.
Justin wants Sarah's new Ram to be her ultimate touring vehicle, which is why Jack has kept the supercharger tune conservative. Now that it's on the dyno, power and torque at the rear wheels has increased in kilowatts from 180 to 265, and from 450 newton meters to 710. With the tune complete, all the finishing touches are being fitted. And just in time, because Justin and Mia are revealing the 1500 to Sarah tonight. But Steve has one last surprise for Jack.
Pico wheels.
Pico wheels.
I didn't think we were going to pull that off in time.
Someone pulled this off, man. It's very exciting, and I'm very pleased that we can put a Pico wheel on a Ram 1500. It's something we can also offer to the market in Australia, because these trucks, they're just getting bigger and bigger and more popular. Pico Bulba.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Looks good, man.
Just about done? Did I make the bolts too hard to get to?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. Sarah hasn't seen this Ram at all. I don't even know if she knows if she's getting a Ram, full stop. The wheels on. I don't know actually how they pulled that off. That was like supposed to be a month late. Supercharger's in, we've got the quad on the back, the tray's on. This thing looks complete, it's finished, it looks real good and white. I don't even think she knows what she's getting.
It's after hours here at Patriot HQ, and the entire team are hands-on, getting the Ram 1500 ready to hand over to Sarah.
The truck is done, it looks amazing. The team here have absolutely nailed it. But in this case, it's not my opinion that counts. Let's see what she thinks. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
What's happening?
So, whilst we were in the States, or before we went to the States, me and Mia kind of organised a gift for you. Come on, keep coming. Keep coming.
No. Why?
We organised a little bit of a present for you, and babe, the boys have outdone themselves once again.
What?
Are you ready for this?
You can't hold a secret.
All right, come on in. Come and have a look. Are you ready?
No way.
Did you see it?
No
Hit the
way.
lights, man.
Oh my God.
Surprise!
No.
You got your own Ram.
Oh
Well,
my
the boys
God.
built you a Ram.
Is mine better than yours?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, yes. What do you reckon?
Oh my God, it's amazing.
What do you think?
Is that mine too?
That's yours from Arnhem
Is
Land.
all of this mine?
It's all yours.
Really?
So that's actually your quad from Arnhem Land.
Yeah.
Yeah? New 1500 petrol, HEMI. But there's a little bit more. You like the Gladiator we just built in the States?
Yeah.
It's a HEMI motor. So this is petrol. This
No
is gas.
way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What do you reckon?
I don't know what to say. Did you know you can't
What was
keep a
that?
secret?
It was her. She did it all. I did nothing.
How did I not know? Walking through that door and seeing my very own Super Tourer. So many rolled through this factory. A big secret that was hidden from me, from the kids, Justin and the whole team. Everyone worked so hard and perfect timing. We're about to take off for the Simpson.
It's always good to see a customer satisfied with the final product. And someone as important as Sarah, couldn't ask for more.
We build some pretty cool trucks in this shed, and the customer's reaction at the end of the day is one of the best parts about it. And seeing Sarah's reaction was just gold.
First ever Pecor bull bar. Brand new X-ray lights. So that's the new LED X-ray lights. So there's not a lot of gear that exists for these things yet. So we're waiting for everybody to develop everything. We couldn't get a bull bar out of our usual guys. We couldn't get suspension out of our usual guys. But everybody has come to the party on it to put this thing together, including a brand new supplier, I suppose. You ever heard of Harrop?
No.
Do you know who Harrop are? They build superchargers, and they helped us out with something.
So my car's faster than yours.
This thing is a supercharger. Pop the bonnet, have a look at this.
No way, no.
Come in, boys, come and have a look. Harrop supercharger. So the boys got it on the dyno the other day. It's only running 4 pounds of boost. So this thing will run up to, put it this way, it'll run 12 pounds of boost. So it's running at 30% capacity. It's doubled the torque. It's gone from 350 to 700 newton meters. 250 to 360 horsepower.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It hauls ass. It's quick.
It is sexy.
Yeah. All right, Christian, fire it up. Listen to that. Give it a rev, Yanni. Babe. Is that tough or what?
The evolution of Patriot campers, and specifically the Super Tourer product in this instance, couldn't be more real for me. To know that my team here can handle a build like that, they have the foresight, they have the vision of the company. You know, I've worked with these guys for a long period of time. They know what my expectations are, they know what we want to bring to market, and now they know how to deliver it. You know, to know that these boys can complete a build of this scale without my involvement, a little bit of planning in the start and getting everybody on the same page, I know that we're doing our job well when we're producing products just like that.
Well done, Super Tourer team. Now let's take a closer look at this Australian first supercharged Ram 1500 HEMI. Showing off its calibre, Sarah's new Ram 1500 features Super Tourer decals, a custom Pecor bull bar and GME UHF kit, including the bull bar mounted whip. Situated in the front, you'll find 2 X-ray vision quad optic spotlights and a 1200 quad optic light bar up top. Above the cab sits a mounted roof rack with standard roof rack accessories, a snorkel and enough room for a set of max tracks. Mounted to the front and the back are 12,000-pound TJM winches to get Sarah out of any strife, along with alloy wheels and 35-inch Mickey Thompson mud terrain tyres, all sitting on a 2-inch suspension lift. Underneath sits a 120-litre Brown Davis fuel tank, bringing the total fuel capacity to 218 litres. A custom exhaust from Torquet increases performance and sound. A lightweight aluminium Pecor tray sits at the rear, complete with central locking toolboxes and power side steps. A supercharger from Harrop is under the bonnet, and a Red Arc Tow Pro and Airbag Man wireless airbag system sits within arm's reach in the cab. I don't think Sarah can wait for the Simpson to see what this thing can do. Next time on Patriot Games. The team has finished the race car build just in time to make the 2,500 kilometre journey to the Finke Desert Race. And the shortest route is through the Simpson Desert. Sarah's new RT15 Super Tourer will be tested like never before, as the Simpson Desert endures its worst flooding in decades. With a deadline on the horizon, if the crew encounter any issues on this trip, they risk missing out on Finke altogether.